Hari Om. So today I am continuing Purusha Suktham English part 3. So I have already told you all the rishis and all, so I am not going to explain to that because the Purusha is the Devata who is Narayana only. And Narayana Rishi. Chandas I have told you it's mixed chandas between Anushtup, Trishtup and Upari chandas are all there. So Anushtup, Trishtup is a combination. There and there it will come. So let us not go deeply into that, but it is how it is. And so before I start, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu Dirghayushman Bhava Sarvavyadi Nivarana Praptidastu Stribhih Dirgha Sumangali Bhava Sarva Aishwaryani Mangalani Abhivardhir Bhavato Tadhastu. So the Purusha Suktam, as I told you, is a description of the evolution of cosmos, universe, cosmology. It has very brilliant relevance to modern science too. And Carl Sagan was really wonderstruck when he found how the Hindus calculated the age of the sun. I have written in my book as such in Sacred Hinduism, you can see that. So I am continuing the verse, the third one, the third Purusha Sukta verse. So we saw Shasananase Abhi ending. Tasmaat Virata Jayata Virajo Adipurushaha Sajato Atyarichyata Paschad Bhumi Matho Puraha Yat Purushena Havisha Deva Yatyamadan Vatha Vasanto Asya Sita Jyam Grishma Idma Sharadhavihi Saptasya Sanparidayaha Trisapta Samidha Kritaha Devayat Yagyam Tanvanaha Abhadran Purusham Pashum Tam Yagyam Barihi Shipraukshanna Purusham Jadamagrataha Tena Deva Ayajanta Sadhyarshayaschaye. So after this I am giving word by word meaning for students, the grammar too, and the meaning and then the cosmological significance. I will tell you how even some of my Christian friends in Kerala said this Purusha Suktam has relevance to our Jesus Christ and all, and they were talking, we had some discussions, maybe relevant, and it's up to individual's opinion, and there cannot be a concrete proof, but anyhow let us examine in all perspective. Tasmaat Virata Jayata, Tasmat, from him, Sahataute Tam Tautan Tenadabhyam Taihi Tasmaidabhyam Tepeha Tasmat Tabhyam, from him Panchami Vibhakti Ekavachanam Purushalingam Ramat Tasma Virata Jayata, Virata Jayata, V is Upasargaha, Virata Rata, that Raj is the Dhatu, the Shabda, main Shabda, Raja, but for Prathama Vibhakti you will get Rata, then Raja hai, Ragyang, and there are various combinations in up to Saptami Vibhakti and Sambodhana Vibhakti also. So Rata, Virata Jayata, Virata Ajayata for the students. V is Upasarga, greatest king, like that Raja, Raj, Jakaranta Sabda it is. But it will be Rata in Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So that's why the Ta comes, third Ta. Virata Ajayata. So Ajayata was created, he came, it's a Lang Lakaraha Rupa only, past tense, Ekavachanam. Simple. So Tasmat Virata Jayata, no, Ajayata, though it comes, the meaning here is, Tasmat, from him, from where? From the Purusha, Virata, the greatness came, that's all, it's Artha, it came. Ajayata was coming. See, it's an imperfect Langlakaraha, it's not a perfect like Aham Akkaravam, Aham Akarsham. Akkaravam, I was doing, imperfect, doing is a present tense, no? So we have Lang and Lum, it's a perfect past, I did, it's a Lum. So it was Ajayata was coming, Tasmaat Virata Jayata, Virajo Adipurushata, Virajo Adipurusha. Viraja Adi is Upasarga. 22 Upasargas we got like V. Adi is Adipurusha. Now here what you have to do is, the students will ask, why not Purusha? Why Purusha? It is meter fitting, chandas fitting, ragam, swara fitting. We have the liberty. In the Vedas they had the liberties for the ragam. See, everywhere common sense is, even in cinema songs, if you song as per the tune, you will remember the song, is it not? If you only if you are only given the prose, then it may not stick in our memory that fast. So tasmaat virata jayata, the greatness came. Virajo adipurusha. So purusha. Pur is a dhatu for purusha. Students note. Pur means city. Puram. Pur. Usha means living. Existence in the existence. Living. Ushitva. Aham ushitva. After having stayed there. Tva pratyaya. So Purusha. So Purusha is living in a city, means the body, in the atom. See, technically you can't take a city or the living place, even in atom. Vishnu, I told you, Vish is the existence, Anu is in every atom. For Shiva, Drishnu wears every atom. Dri is to wear. So Tasmaat Virata Jayata Virajo Purusha Sajato Atyarichyatha. So Jan is a Jatoh, means okay, Jatam. It comes with an Abhumsakalinga, Krit Pratyaya, Ikta Pratyaya, Jatam. Means created, coming into existence. That's Artha, Jan Dhatuhu, but it's a Krit Pratyaya format in Ikta. Under the Kridanta, you will get Ikta Pratyaya. That's why Jatam, Nabumsakalingam, Jatam. So, Tasmaat Virata Jayata Virajo Adipurushaha Sajato Atyarichyata. Ati Arichyata. Atyarichyata, how ya comes? Adesha. Iti plus atra ityatra. The ya will come. Is it not? It's adesha. So, ati, again upasarga, means it gives emphasis to arichyata. Arichyata, it comes from the bhava karmana. It's actually a passive karmani pada. So if you go to the bhava karmana atmane pada ekavachanam arichyata, what is that? Purifying, cleansing the purusha, cleansing the body. Rich is the dhatu, rich. So you have to go to the bhava karmana format for the students, I am telling. And in atmane pade prathama purusha, third person, ekavachanam arichyata. So the purusha body was being cleansed, purified. So sa jata atyarichyata paschat bhumi matho puraha. Paschat bhumi is like a pati padam only. Ataha puraha. You have to split. Paschat, afterwards, it's a common Hindi word. Paschat mein dekhta hu. Normally even in Hindi news you can, it's a Sanskrit word. Paschat, afterwards. Bhumi ataha puraha. So what has happened? The Purusha means it was it's a clean. What the rishis, Narayana Rishi all want to take, the Purusha is purely perfect, purity. As in Brahma Sutra, Adi Shankara says that state of the Paramatma is a total state of purity plus intelligence. Acharya says it has intelligence. Jnanam Brahme Divya Jnana. So that's the Vedas goes. So Ati Richyata, it is purified, cleansing the body. Arichyata is a artha. Rich is a dhatu, arichyata is a bhava karmana format. Kridanta in the Kartari Prayoga, bhava karmana. There is the passive voice format. Atmane padam ekavachanam. Prathama purusha. So, how it comes? Tasmaat virata jayata virajo adipurushaha sajato atyarichyata paschat bhumi mataha puraha. Paschat, after bhumi, this bhumi, ataha. Therefore, puraha. Puraha is, see the signs here also. Puraha means east. Purab or Paschim. In Hindi also we say Paschim is west. Paschima Bengal, West Bengal. Puraha is east. So the earth, the universe started moving, that is the earth, from the west to the east. That's how the earth rotates, is it not? In this small earth, if you want to take, it's all west to the east. We do not know how the galaxies also move with relevance to what, but with reference to the sun. With relevance to the sun, our earth, west to east. Puraha is east. So paschat bhumi ataha atho puraha ataha plus puraha. Ramaha jayati is Ramo jayati. That's a lopaha visargaha format we have in Sanskrit. So atho it is ataha. Thereafter, therefore, puraha east. So paschat bhumi mato puraha yat purushena havisha. Yat which purushena with the purusha havisha. Tritiya vibhakti havis sakaranta shabdaha havisha ekavachanam tritiya vibhakti with by since along with is a format. Havisha havis havisha by or with purushena with the purusha yat which purushena havisha deva yajnamathanvatha. Devas are not gods. It's wrong translation. Devas are supernatural forces of the universe. There are a lot of forces. The sun's energy is different from the moon's energy, or the hava, the wind energy, the light energy. There are a lot of energies, right? Chemical, mechanical and all. Electromagnetic spectrum, we have standard models and all. So, yat purushena havisha deva yajnam yajnam. Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Him that it the yajna. Deva yat yajnam tanva. So how this comes? Tam tasmaat virata jayata virajo adipurushaha sajato atyarichyata paschat bhumi matho puraha. Okay. Yat purushena havisha. Yat is which? Yat yaha yau yaha ya yat and all is there. Masculine gender, yaha, feminine gender, neuter gender. In Sanskrit only by anubhava bhalat pustaka bhalat eva jnatum shakyate. You should know for which even vrikshaha is a masculine gender. So yat purushena havisha deva yajnam athan deva, the deva yajnam, him the yajnam atanvata. At a plus tanu plus ata is atanvata. Now, how does a va come? Vata for the students. U, a plus u becomes va in yend sandhihi. You can refer yend sandhihi. So, atanvata it will come. Tan is a dhatu. It all means expanding, growing, spreading. The universe is expanding. That's what they were saying. It was lang lakaraha rupa only. Atanvata. It's a bahuvachanam. So it's expanding. Prathama purushaha. Atmane padaha. Atanvata. Expanding universe. Edwin Hubble's telescope, he found that the universe is expanding because of the shift in the infrared rays. When he was observing from somewhere in the 1950s, he was observing the universe from his telescope. He found that the stars were not in the same position because of the shift in the infrared rays. The rays that come to the earth. It was shifting. And Einstein also believed that the rays, that the universe is expanding. That's why in the general, he wrote two books, Special Theory of Relativity and General Theory of Relativity. He added the constant E, energy liberated E equals mc squared plus a constant. C squared is the speed square of the velocity, that is speed of light squared, 300,000 kilometers into 300,000 kilometers into mass will be the energy liberated. So that is why they say atanvata, a plus tanu plus ata, atunavata, but atanvata comes because of the end sandhi. Atanvata, keep on expanding, the universe growing. So how it comes? Tasmaat virata jayata virajo adipurushaha sajato atyarichyata paschat. It was purified. Atyarichyata paschat bhumi. So it's a pure universe. Paschat bhumi matho puraha, the east. Paschat thereafter, afterwards, bhumi ataha puraha. Yat purushena havishaha, which purushena, with the purusha, with the havisha. Yat purushena havisha, with the purushaha, with the havisha, along with by. Yat purushena, tritiya vibhakti, yat purushena havisha Deva yajna matanvata atanvata. Keep on expanding. Universe was expanding. So how the verse comes now? Tasmaat virata jayata virajo adhipurushaha sajato atyarichyata paschad bhumi matho puraha yat purushena havisha deva yajnamatanvata vasanto asya sitajyam grishma idma sharadavihi vasanto vasantah asit ajyam vasanto asya office. So vasanta asya asid ajyam. Vasantah is what? Vasantah kalam, mid-February to mid-May roughly. Vasanta kalam is only in April 3rd. Jesus Christ was supposed to have been crucified. Now let us see. I'm going into the deeper into the information inputs given by my Kerala Christian friends. Vasanto asya sita. So the Purusha asya vasantah asya asit ajyam. Now let us complete. Ajyam means butter, thick butter with probably ghee or with butter, dahi also, panchagavya maybe. Specks will be there, no white, not the pure liquid ghee. The heated ghee will be pure liquid. But it is Vasantakala ghee. Not very hot, but thick. Spectacled ghee, I would say. Vasando asid. Asid is a past tense. Asid was. It was there. It's even now there. That's why they are not using lung lakara, not lit. Vasanto asya office. Asau, that asmat shabda, you will get asya. Saptam, it is shashti vibhakti, ekavachanam, office. We will get the anena abhyam ebihi asmay abhyam ebihi asmata abhyam ebihi asya ayoho esham. So all these, you should know these shabdahas, these vibhaktis. Asya, asmat, anayoho, yenayoho, all these are same only. Tritiya, chaturthi. So asya, office. Asid, so how does it come? Tasmaat virata jayata virajo adhipurushaha sajato atyarichyata paschad bhumi matho puraha yat purushena havisha deva yajnamatanvata vasanto asya asita ajyam asid ajyam vasanta asya asid ajyam is the ghee, spectacle ghee. Grishma idma sharad havihi. Grishma kalam is, you know, the hot kalam. Sharad kalam, Grishma kalam and Sharad kalam. Grishma is after the Vasanta kalam. Sharad is between September to November. So all the seasons were produced is what we can generally mean from the Purusha, the purified Purusha, who is going to be into the Agni, into the light, photons, so that it is not ending. No death. Vasanto asya sidhajam grishma iddaha means kindled. Lighting the fire, fueling the fire. Grishma idma sharad havi. Havi is avis. Yaga gundam, homa gundam. Don't call it a sacrifice and all. Homa and yaga are not sacrifice. Please, that is not Balidan here. All wrong translations. They don't have exact words. Grishma idda means ind. It's all fueling. Sharad havihi. So Grishma kalam, Vasanta kalam, Havisha, all these seasons. That was a season that was created from the Purusha, from the Havish. Grishma idmaha sharad havihi. Fueling the havihi. Then we will see Saptasya sanparidayaha. Sapta asya samparidayaha. Sapta asya asan paridayaha. Asan is again a past tense, lang lakara. Asan, bahuvachanam. Asit, astam, asan, we will say bahuvachanam. Simple lang lakara, parasmai padaha for the students, bahuvachanam. Like Asmi, I am, no, Asmi. So Swaha, Smaha and all. In Uttama Purusha, this is Prathama Purusha, third person, Asan, where they were there, they were there doing. So how that is come? Sapta Asya Asan. Sapta Asya Asan Paridayaha. Pari is a Upasargaha. Pari say Shanam, we say no, circum going around, that's Artha for Pari. Circumambulating. Pari. Again and again, Paritranaya, for the protection, again and again, Pari. Bhagavan says no in Gita, Paritranaya sadhuna. So Paridayaha, Paridhi is the word, circumambulating, keeping the fuel, Saptasya, Sapta, 7. Sapta, Asya, Asan, Paridayaha, sticks. You can say the Samiti, the sticks, the fuel sticks. Paridhi, Paridayaha is plural. Hari Shabda only, Ikaranta Punlinga only. Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, Paridayaha. You understand? So the fuel sticks, the Samiti you can take. We do not know, well, we shall see. Sapta, Asya, Asan, Paridayaha. Sapta, Asya, Asan, Paridayaha. Sapta they take, again here, Saptate, Agne, Samidaha, because photons, the spectrum of rays is 7. As per the modern science, if you take the gamma rays, if you take the X-rays, if you take the ultraviolet rays, if you take the visible light, infrared rays, the microwaves and all, they are all what is known as the spectrum. So, Sapta they are using everywhere. Saptate, Agne, Samidaha, Sapta, Jihva, like that, tongues. So, I am using, just trying to connect. Why Sapta is used? Sapta, Asan, Samparidaya, 7 times, or sticks were given 7 times 7 rounds. 7 places. Sapta, Asya, Samparidaya, Tri, Sapta, Samidaha, Kritaha. 3 is 3, 7 is Sapta again. Because the 7 is a wonderful 3 times. We always do Pradakshinam 3 times. And in Vivaham, 4 times they do with Saptapadi. 7 steps, 4 times around the Agni. Homa. Sapta, Tris Sapta Samita, Samiti. It's a divine wood, Himalayan wood, sticks. Samiti we take. Tris Sapta, 3 times 7. I would say 7 times they have given the sticks, and then 3 times again they are keeping. 21 times if you want to take, but Tris Sapta Samita. So Kritaha, that's what done. Kritaha, Bahuvachanam. Tris Sapta, they have kept, they are preparing the Homa Gunda, probably the universe. Homa refers to the universe. Tris Sapta Samida Kritaha, Deva Yet Yagyam Tanvanaha. Deva Yet Yagyam Atanvanaha. See now, Deva Yet Yagyam, that Atanvanaha is a Shanash Prasham. That is, it is a passive voice. Shanash means being done by me, being done by them, going on being done by them. Bahuvachanam. It is a Shanash Prayoga. We have Shatru, Aham Kurvanna Asmi, I am doing. Aham Kurvanaha, like that if you get Aham Kriyamanaha, Kurvanaha and all, it's all passive voice. Being, going on, being done by me. So, Atanvanaha, what is that? They are keeping on growing, expanding. The universe is expanding. That is a philosophy. Atanvanaha. The universe is going on expanding because through that. That is what it means. Otherwise, why you should say Atanvanaha? Tan is a dhatu, means always expanding, spreading and all. The universe is being expanded by the forces. Devaha means natural forces, supernatural forces. Not a man coming there and saying no. I would say Devaha, 33 Devas, 33 natural, universal forces. One of the forces can be energy, light can be one of the forces, Vayu can be one of the forces, rains, water, all these things are subdivisional forces are there. Each 33 one will have 1 crore forces. So for example, wave is not only water but also energy plus also wind, ocean wave. So how it comes? Let us go again. Tasmaat virata jayata virajo adhipurushah sajato atyarityata paschad bhumi matho puraha yat purushena havisha deva yajnamathanvata vasanto asya sitajyam grishma idma sharadhavihi saptasya sanparidayah trisapta samida kritaha deva yat yajnam tanvanah. So Tanvana is also a Shanash Padam going on, expanding. Deva Yati Yagyam. That Yagyam. Yagyam is a Dvitiya Vibhakti. Deva, the forces of nature. Yat Yagyam Tan going on, expanding. Tanvana. It is a Shanash Padam here. Deva Yat Atanvata, I am sorry. Atanvata will be a Bahuvachanam in Lang Lakaraha Rupa Atmanepadaha. Atanvata. That is also expanding only. Atanvata they did and all. Here it's going on expanding using the Shanach Pratyaya. Deva yet yagyam tanvana. Tanvana is a Shanach Pratyaya. Atmanepada Rupaha. Bahuvachanam format. They were going on expanding, spreading. The universe is expanding and spreading. Deva yet yagyam tanvana. Abhadnan purusham pashum. Abhadnan. It's a Paka Langlakaraha. Bahuvachana Langlakaraha format. Tied. Badhnam, but tying with rope. Abhadram Purusham, him the Purusham Pashum. He was the sacrifice. So the Purusha himself is the sacrificing element here. The Purusha himself is going to be get sacrificed in the Homa, in the Yajna, in the Homa of purity, which has caused everything, so that the purity should remain. The Purusha is a state, becomes a state of bright energy, photons, which are copycats of each other. They don't die, they are infinite, and there is no partiality. No partiality. Photons cannot have partiality. One is different from the other. No, like atoms. A hydrogen atom is different from an oxygen atom. Everything is different. But photons are particles in light which are infinite. I have already told you. They are copycats of each other. Abhadhanan. Tying the Purusham, Pashum. Pashum means, you want to say that Pashu is generally animal, no? It can be a goat or a cow, whatever it is. But it is not here that way, that he is being treated, the Purusha is being treated as a sacrificial in that post. He is being tied into that post, that's all. Tam Yagyam. Then Abhadram Purusham Pashum Tam Yagyam Barihi Chipraukshan. Here again, it could come with the Abrahamic faith. Tam Yagyam Barihi. Tam, him, that Yagyam, him the Yagya. Again, all are Titiya Vibhakti, Ekavacharam only. Sahataute, Tam Tautan. Tam, him, Yagyam, him the Yagya. The Yagya is also referred like that. Tam Yagyam Barihi. Chipra, Barihishi. Barihish is Kusa grass, Darbha will tell. Barihishi is Saptami Vibhakti. Sakaranta Saptami Vibhakti on the Kusa grass. Barihishi. Barihishi, you will say Barihi Chip. No. Barihishi. Praukshan. Pra is the Upasarga. Pra. 22 Upasargas. Emphasis on Praukshan. Uksha is sprinkling. Uksha. So U is there. So Pra. A. Pra is A plus U becomes Prau in the Sandhi. We have different sandhis. I am not going too deep. You can refer the sandhis also. Swara sandhis. All these things when they are coming under Swara. Then you have Vyanjanani sandhis and all. So, Praukshan, sprinkling. Tam Yagyam Barihi. So, they are sprinkling water on the Kusa grass. On the grass is Barihishi. So, the Purusha is Tam, him. The Yagyam, that him the Yagyam. Because Yagya again will be Yagyam in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Saha will be Saha Taute, Tam Tautan, Tam, he, him. In Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Tam Yagyam Barihishi on the Kusa grass, Praukshan was sprinkling. Purusham Jadama Gritaha. Purusha came into existence from the front. Agrataha. Agre Pashyami, front. Agrataha from the front. Purusham Jadamagradaha Tena with him Deva Ayajanta. Yaj is a dhatu. Ayajanta is again an Atmane pada. Langlakaraha Bahuvachanam Prathama Purusha. Ayajanta worshipped. They were all worshipping. Were worshipping. Langlakara is an imperfect past tense. They worshipped, no. They were all worshipping. Even today we are worshipping. That's why they are put Langlakaraha, neither lit or not lung in these verses. So the Devas were also there. For the Purusha who is ready to be all purity into the Homa Gunda, into the Yajna. It's not, we don't call it Homa Gunda also, I am wrong. It's a Yajna. You can't define Yajna, how big it is and all, we do not know. It is a source of light. The ancients, source of light. See here, the Purusha Suktham maybe several thousands of years back before the common era. But here I want to know, I want to inform that the Jews, Judaism, Jews also came. After that, Christians also came. Then the Islam people also came. The Romans brought Christianity. That's what I would feel. The Roman coins were found in my native place, Kerala. Roman coins were found. So, when they all come to know about the practices that was happening here or near Baluchistan, where I told you Pythagoras came, practices they had inculcated like could have happened. A good person, a son of a god like Christ who was sacrificed in the cross. Maybe they got that idea because in the Egyptian etymology also Horus was there. Like Jesus, Horus was there. His mother gave birth from natural forces, not through a male or like that combination. So from natural forces, the Horus was born. That history you have to study in the Egyptian mythology. And he also was killed when he was 32 and he was preaching good things to public, which the public may not have liked it. So there are relevance of these sacrifices elements because Jews came, evidences are there, Roman coins are there, evidences are there, lot of influx of Europeans were there in Christianity right from Francis Xavier and all. These things could have also found a way because Bible was written 550 times, it was changed. Under King James version became the final Bible. These could have come. It is my conjecture. So how this way the Purusha is prepared, purified with butter. That's why we use. Argyam is the only medium. Argyam, tilam, fenugreek seeds and all they say. They use that as a sacrificial to put into the Homagunda. In the Yagya, even I cannot explain what is a Yagya is. Lot of formalities are there and that is the divine way of worshipping. And even from the Yagya Gunda, in my book I have published a photo where in Palakkad where they were performing, Nataraja came. The flame of Nataraja, complete picture of Nataraja with his dancing figure. I have put that impression also, I have put it in my book. I have published it in my book as such in secret, sacred Hinduism. So again we will go. The relevance I am just trying to pinpoint with, through my Christian friends who also gave me some inputs. The relevance. So these are all Purusha Sukta and all 5,000-6,000 years. That's a very, very ancient chantings. Slightly modified, even could have been with Panini Sanskrit by Shankaracharya. Or later on, before that, Shainacharya, Shankaracharya and all. So with this I am ending and please follow. The next part is again interesting. And how the evolution of the cosmos through light comes from nothingness. That's what Lawrence Krauss says. The universe came out of nothingness. So the life, the Virajaha, the Virato Adipurushaha, he came. So please, for students also have explained anything, I welcome in the comment section. Till such time, Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam. Subscribe to my channel for its continuity. Hari Om.